My name is Andrew Spraker, and today I'm going to be taking you through what this map is and how this map was made. So first, what is this map? So essentially, what this map is doing is showing where people are eating certain foods. So how did they make this? Basically, what they did is they went through Instagram and they found out where people were hashtagging their food. So for example, let's find a good one. In London, in the UK, all 4.2% of posts that had the bacon hashtag were from London. Let's see, where else? In Melbourne, all posts that had the hashtag bacon were from Melbourne. So you guys get the gist. You guys have a general idea what's going on. And if we look up here, we can see that it is for a whole bunch of different foods. So before we go into this, let's look at the key right here. It kind of shows what this map is. So you can see the food hashtags were obtained from Instagram. And they did this by creating a program that went through and basically picked out where these hashtags were from, which is really cool. And it shows the power that programs and maps have. If we look over to the right of the screen where the dots are, you can see that it shows us the origin of the food. So foods of European origin, like bacon, are going to be red. Foods of South American origin are going to be orange. Let's see if I can find an example of that here. Let's see. Yeah, so South American origin are going to be orange. Food of Asian origin is going to be green. Then food of North American origin, we're looking for burger, there we go, is going to be blue. So with that in mind, let's take a little bit deeper look at the map and what it's doing here. So as we can see, it's using these circles to represent the intensity of the percentage of where these food hashtags are located. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of the size of the circles, just because if you see a circle this size, you're expecting it to be more than 4.5%. But it is what it is, right? Because these are the largest percentages. But I think we can get an idea that it's more than 4.5% by looking at the size, or 4.7 here and 4.5 here, by looking at the size of these circles. So that's a problem with this map. But let's just keep on going through. Let's look at a different couple of examples. Churros, right? So churros are from Spain, but they're popular in Singapore and South Korea, which is here. So we can see this pretty easily by the circles. And I know I previously criticized the size of said circles, but they're a very good tool to show where they're popular. By looking at this, you can know pretty much right away that if you go to Madrid, Singapore, or Seoul, you're going to find a lot of burritos. And I think that's kind of a benefit of this program, that instead of showing you data, after running it through the Series Instagram program, it showed you on a map with these little circles where they are. So let's look at a couple more. Let's look at pierogies. So as we can see here, pierogies are only popular in a couple of spots. So previously with burritos and bacon, they're kind of scattered throughout the map, and especially with bacon, places you don't really expect, right? You have some in Indonesia, you have some in Jordan, Iran, which you really wouldn't expect with the Muslim population. But with pierogies, pretty limited, right? Europe, specifically a lot of Eastern Europe, and then Australia, the US, and this tiny city in Brazil. But again, coming back to the size of the dots, you wouldn't expect this to be 12%, while right, But it is what it is. I think overall this map is a good tool to see where um, food distribution are located, and I think it's a really good example of the powerful way the map can present information from social media in the way that everything in social media is out there. Thank you guys for your time, and I'm sure you guys will interact with this in the comments.